Hey everybody, I'm Scott Weichel. You're listening to My Kind of Indie Country on Wednesday night, brought to you by Ion Music Magazine. Pleasure to have this gentleman on the show with me today. I heard one of his songs actually on Facebook, and I knew the song, and it absolutely blew me away. He's a younger guy doing real country music, and that scores a lot of points with me right off of the bat. So I wanted to get in touch with him because we're getting some action on his music on our station, and I wanted to bring him to our listeners tonight. It's a pleasure to welcome to the show Wyatt Massingille. Wyatt, how are you tonight?
Pretty good. How are you?
Fantastic. What a stellar job you have done with your music, sir. I commend you.
Well, thank you so much.
Tell me a little bit about your background and how you got into country music, and it sounds like you have a passion for real country music.
Well, I pretty much always listened to the real country music, always George Jones, Vern Gosdin, Merle Haggard, all them guys. And I was down in Nashville at Layla's, first time I'd ever been down there, never really sang in front of anybody. And somehow I ended up on the stage, packed bar, and pretty much just ever had a passion for it ever since.
Well, that's great, man. Where are you from originally?
Indianapolis.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I used to live down there up by Carmel in that area.
Oh, yeah?
Absolutely. So you have a band and you're playing around that area, right?
Yep, trying to get in anywhere and everywhere we can.
Well, that's great. You recorded a great song. I remember hearing this song by Vern Gosdin and George Jones, and it's called All That We've Got Left, and you certainly have done it justice. Tell me about how you chose the song and where you recorded this one at.
Well, we recorded it down in Ocean Way Studios in Nashville. Been working with Beverly Gosdin, and we were talking about doing a Vern song, and it bounced a few ideas around, and that was just the one that come up. That was always my favorite by Vern, and the fact that it had George in it too. So
yeah, that was a stellar duet. I was so glad when they put that out. George Jones had a tendency to record a lot of novelty songs, and he did some duets over the years that I really wish would have been more like the Vern Gosdin one. He did a song with Sammy Kershaw called "Never Bit a Bullet Like This," and I just thought, man, I really would have liked to see them sink their teeth into something like, the Vern Gosdin song like that. So I'm really glad about this one.
right.
So who was the musicians on this particular cut?
Brent Mason.
Oh yeah.
Mike Johnson, Buddy Hyatt.
You had some of the A-listers on that, didn't you?
Yeah, definitely had some great players, great group of people.
That's fabulous. So are you working on a full album?
Yep.
What are some other songs that you're working on?
Well, we have Our Sweet Love, and then that was written by Buddy Hyatt, and then we've got another one called I Might Have Stood Your Leaving, written by Curtis Wright.
Oh, yeah. Now you
I
mentioned...
have actually not put it out yet at the moment.
Okay. Well, that's great. You mentioned Beverly Gosdin.
Yep.
And tell our listeners who that is.
Well, that's Vern's widow, and she's actually my producer, executive producer.
Wow. How did you get in touch with her?
My drummer, JR, he had known her for many years and had actually put me in touch with her about recording some songs.
Wow, that's fantastic. That's really great. So obviously you grew up listening to this kind of music, and is anybody else in your family musical at all?
No, I'm pretty much the only one involved in music, but Dad supports me all he can.
Well, that's great. I'm glad to hear that. That's fabulous. So what's coming up for you as far as tour dates and things like that?
We're playing just mostly local bars and pretty much anywhere and everywhere we can at the moment, but nothing too big. Trying to get out there and maybe move around in some other states if we can.
Absolutely. Well, I know you've got your video on YouTube, and then Reverb Nation, Facebook, and I believe your songs are also available on Amazon too. Is that right?
Yep, iTunes, Spotify, Amazon, all that stuff.
Super. You also have been at the NACMA Awards down at Pigeon Forge, and I have a feeling that I may have seen you down there. I noticed a picture on your Facebook page with Margie Singleton, and I was there for that last year, and I was there the year before too.
Yep, I've still got the book with your autograph in it.
Is that right? So we actually met.
Yep.
No kidding. Well, I apologize that I don't remember that. There were so many people, but that's really cool. I'm glad we had a chance to meet. I believe I saw you perform on that show too. That's really cool.
Yeah, I've actually won a couple awards. Actually, I've won 5 awards down there. I've only been twice, but.
Well, that's great. Were you there the year that Freddie Hart was there?
No, my first year was the year that Danny Kendall was there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that was the same with Margie Singleton and everybody. Yeah, that was a great show. I really enjoyed that.
I was really disappointed when I found out Freddie Hart was there the year before. I was really sad I didn't get to go.
Yeah, that was really a cool thing. He came in and David Frizzell was there and presented him with his award, and I got to sing harmony with him on Easy Lovin'. That was a pretty cool thing too.
Really?
Yeah, I'll tell you, he was a great guy. Absolutely.
Yeah, I really liked Freddie Hart.
Absolutely, no doubt about it. Well-deserved awards, and I hope we have a chance to meet again, and I'll know who you are this time.
Yeah.
Oh man, you always see so many people, so it's hard to remember everybody. But I'm glad that we touched base again, and I want to thank you for keeping it real country, and I hope you stay that way.
Oh, that's the plan. Thank you again for the opportunity to do this.
Well, it was my honor. Are you doing any songwriting at all?
Not yet at the moment, but I'm sure I'll get around to it.
Yeah, well, you've certainly got a knack for getting good material, so I wish you the very best, and I hope that you'll keep us posted, and as you get your more new music out there and everything.
Thank you.
All right. We are going to play these great songs from Wyatt for you right now. This is Wyatt Massingille, and it's all that we've got left. And we're going to play Our Sweet Love for you, too. This is My Kind of Country, Indie Wednesday, right here on MKOCRadio.com. Wyatt, thanks again for being on the show.
Thanks for having me.
I once held that someone special, didn't have to let it go. I just stood back and watched my future pass, and for the awful shape I'm in, I can only blame myself. It's no wonder that her love for me wasn't strong enough to last. Holding on for all it's worth, to all that we've got left, and for what it's worth, we've been less than easy on ourselves. If we could write a book, they couldn't keep it on the shelf. We're just trying to get it right with all that we've got left. I was there when the barroom opened, I've been there at closing time. There were things I couldn't handle by myself. Then the right one picked me up, and we left it all behind. She said I'm all she'll ever need, and for me there's no one else. Holding on for all it's worth, to all that we've got left, and for what it's worth, we've been less than easy on ourselves. If we could write a book, they couldn't keep it on the shelf. We're just trying to get it right with all that we've got. just trying to get it right with all that we've got left.